Vedanga Jyotisha is one of the 6 Vedangas, or supporting disciplines, essential for understanding and applying the Vedas, the ancient sacred texts of India. It focuses on astronomy and the calculation of auspicious times for performing Vedic rituals. Its main role is to guide priests in choosing the right moments for ceremonies, making it a crucial part of Vedic religious life. The name Vedanga Jyotisha comes from 3 Sanskrit words, Veda meaning knowledge or the Vedas, Anga meaning limb or part, and Jyotisha meaning light or celestial science. Together, this means the limb of the Veda concerned with celestial science. This shows how important astronomy was for supporting Vedic knowledge, especially in determining the timing of rituals. Vedanga Jyotisha is the oldest known Indian text on astronomy and timekeeping. The version we have today dates to the last centuries BCE. But the knowledge it contains likely goes back much earlier, possibly between 1400 and 1200 BCE, or even 700 to 600 BCE. Traditionally, the text is attributed to the sage Lagadha, who is considered a pioneer in ancient Indian astronomy. The knowledge in the text probably originated in the northwestern part of India, near the Harappan civilization, and was later adopted by the Aryans into the Vedic tradition. Unlike astrology, which predicts future events, Vedanga Jyotisha's main goal was to calculate precise times for Vedic rituals. This required careful observations of the sun, moon, and stars, making it a blend of practical astronomy and theoretical knowledge. There are 2 main versions of Vedanga Jyotisha, one linked to the Rigveda and the other to the Yajurveda. The Rigveda version has 36 verses, while the Yajurveda version has 43. Most verses are the same in both, with some differences due to extra verses in the Yajurveda version. Scholars believe these differences may be due to later additions or commentaries, but both versions likely come from a common source. One of the most important contributions of Vedic astronomy is the classification of Nakshatras, or lunar constellations. Initially, nakshatra meant stars in general, but later it specifically referred to the stars along the moon's path. The moon's position among these nakshatras was key for keeping time and planning rituals. Each nakshatra was linked to a particular deity. The earliest complete list of 27 nakshatras and their deities appears in texts like the Taittiriya Samhita. To help identify these nakshatras, the Bhil Kanti Yantra was used. This instrument had 27 spokes, each representing a nakshatra, making it easier to locate and name star groups. This system was vital for Vedic rituals and calendar calculations. However, the sun and moon are frequently mentioned and praised, showing the Vedic people had a good understanding of their movements. The concept of 7 adityas, solar deities, may hint at early knowledge of planetary bodies. The sun was seen as the main deity of the sky. It was described as traveling across the sky in a chariot pulled by 7 horses, symbolizing its rays. The sun's journey was connected to the cycles of day and night and the changing seasons. The Vedic people understood that the moon did not produce its own light but reflected the sun's rays. They named the moon's phases, with the full moon called Anumat or Toka and the new moon called Saniwal or Kuha. Texts like the Shatapatha Brahmana describe beliefs about the moon's journey during the new moon night, and the Taittiriya Samhita explains how the moon's brightness comes from the sun, decreasing until the new moon and increasing afterward. Vedanga Jyotisha describes the average motions of the sun and moon but does not include daily variations. It also explains how to keep the lunar and solar calendars in sync by adding a leap month every 60 months. By the Vedic period, 2 important instruments were invented. Water clock Jalagati, mentioned in Vedanga Jyotisha. This was a vessel with a small hole at the bottom. Water dripped out at a steady rate, allowing time measurement. Gnomon Shanku, known from various Vedic texts. This was a stick used to determine direction, latitude, and time by observing its shadow. Vedic society maintained cleanliness and order in their settlements. Separate areas were designated for waste collection, sacrificial offerings, urination, cowsheds, and cremation grounds, all kept away from villages. These practices likely promoted health and longevity, reflecting the Vedic desire to live long lives. This concern for health may have influenced Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine. Vedic astronomy, as described in Vedanga Jyotisha, was a sophisticated system closely tied to rituals, mythology, and daily life. Its focus on Nakshatras, understanding of the sun and moon, development of time-measuring instruments, and early knowledge of planets laid the foundation for later advances in Indian astronomy. The careful observations and classifications in Vedic texts show the scientific spirit and quest for order during the Vedic period. Later astronomers like Aryabhata built on this foundation to develop more advanced theories. Indian astronomy continued to grow and influenced other cultures, including those in the Islamic world, China and Europe. Vedanga Jyotisha's importance lies not only in its technical content, but also in how it shaped ancient Indians' understanding of the universe and their place within it.